Welcome everybody to another episode of Card Chronicles Reviews. It is your boy Cosmic Boss, and to my right is Aranya Mist, 2/3 of the Lesser Stealthy Ninjas. And so we have just got out of Fantastic Beasts, uh, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Uh,
This will contain spoilers.
this will contain spoilers. We want to do two disclaimers first. Uh, we are fans of Johnny Depp,
Big fans.
big
We love
fans.
you, Johnny.
We love you, Johnny. Uh, Hope everything works out for you. Um, I can say we're both disappointed that he wasn't kept in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Mads Mikkelsen. Love him.
Is that cheekbone?
Yeah. And so, but it was already set up with Johnny Depp. It would have been nice to have it finished with Johnny Depp. That's all I'm gonna say there. Now, the other disclaimer: we know this is part of the Harry Potter universe. The Wizarding World. There you go.
Yeah.
We know it's created by J.K. Rowling, and she has acted a whole ass the past few years. So, I can say we both don't agree with her statements.
Right.
None of them. But yeah. So, but we are heavily invested into this world.
That's right.
But we just want to say that we don't agree with her statements, but we love this world. And yeah, and so this is going to be a spoiler-filled review of Fantastic Beasts 3. So with that out of the way, we're going to get right into the review. I could say I don't know if I liked this one as much as the first two. It had its moments.
It did. It had some great moments, actually.
It had some great moments. I would say this. My new favorite person is Jessica Williams' character, the Black Witch.
Oh.
Yes, Lally.
Yeah.
Loved her.
She's awesome.
Loved her. Every scene with her in it was just immensely better.
Yeah.
Immensely better.
She's a badass.
Yes. My other favorite character is one that's been in all three, Jacob.
Yeah.
The Muggle.
He's awesome.
He is awesome.
He's the best Muggle ever.
Played by Dan Fogler. Loved him.
Yes.
Love him. Yeah, like, and it was some new things, some new adventures going on in here, but this was kind of like a spy movie, kind of.
Yeah, kind of, and it felt like a filler film.
It did. It felt like it was leading up to something else
that's gonna be big,
and nothing else happened.
Oh, I was talking like, you know how in those series, like they'll have one film that's kind of a, here we go, this is origin film kind of, and you're kind of like, okay, but then the next film is like, whoa, what's this?
That's the best way I could put this is if you've seen the first three Pirates of the Caribbean films, she hasn't seen none of them.
Sorry, Johnny, I love you.
If you've seen the first three Pirates of the Caribbean films, the second movie, Dead Man's Chest, I think, well, it came out in 2006, was just a little history here, was the first movie in this new millennium to hit $1 billion. But you could tell very easily that was a bridge movie, because the way it built up a lot with Davy Jones, and in the end just cascades into a sequel, and it leaves you, it has no conclusion. That movie, still a great movie in my opinion, but it has no conclusion. This one has a conclusion,
yes,
but it still sets up a lot. Like, there's no definitive conclusion.
You have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yes, there you go. There's a lot unanswered. Like, I went into this movie thinking this was going to be the end.
I did too.
Of the whole Grindelwald thing. It is not.
It's not.
It is not. So I will say that. Now, I love the detail, because in that whole final thing, I knew he couldn't lose. Yeah, when they went, when the charm that they couldn't move against each other, because there's ancient magic that keeps them from moving against each other, Grindelwald and Dumbledore. If either one of them tries to move against the other, the charm that is currently wrapped around Dumbledore will kill the other. Will kill them. Now, when that broke, like we said, there's gonna be spoilers. It's set up like, oh, this like Shao Kahn came into the world. It was like, work.
Right. I was like, oh no, we're in the nether.
So, like when they started tussling, I knew in the back of my head, because I read the books, you watched the movies.
Yeah.
If you know anything about the Deathly Hallows, you know Grindelwald holds one of them, the Elder Wand. So you know he can't lose any fight. So I knew he couldn't lose this. So I was throughout that whole fight, because you can see it. You can see it when he pulled it out. He had it in his hands, the Elder Wand.
Yeah.
They don't make no mention of it. It's just like a wand, like everything else. Right. But we know. Any Potterhead who sees this movie will know. Mm-hmm. So I knew he couldn't lose this fight. So I was wondering, where is this going?
Right.
Because we know Dumbledore takes him down in Potter in the Wizarding World universe. We know they have an epic fight. He takes him down. Grindelwald is sent to prison. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting here looking like, how's this gonna go?
Right.
And then it suddenly ends with both of them all right. And there's nobody hurt.
They were hurting here. The pain was inside. I didn't know they were lovers. Like, I was like, oh yeah? Like, I was excited. I was like, wait, I did not know they were lovers.
That's a tricky thing. Like, in the books, it's alluded to. Mm-hmm. Never stated outright.
Okay.
JK only came out in recent years, way after the movies, way after the books, and said, yeah, Dumbledore is gay. He was in love with Grindelwald, blah, blah, blah. That's how they fell out.
Well, I didn't even consider it gay. I just always thought in the magical community that they're just free.
They're just free.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, you can make that.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's and Grindelwald is played very well by Mads Mikkelsen. We will say that. But it just say MM.
I'm gonna say cheekbones. His cheekbones are like, yes, come on, cheekbones.
But yeah, and like everybody,
I still feel like Johnny Depp would have done a fantastic job.
I do too. Like in the second movie, he was very good. I loved him.
And I rewatched the second movie again today just because I forget things and I wanted to be fresh coming into this again, mm-hmm. And I was just like, at the end of the second movie, like I messaged him and I was like, I'm really sad that Johnny Depp is not going to be in this one because he just played that role so well.
Yes.
That we know him to do, Yeah. And again, Cheekbones did a good job, but he's not a Johnny Depp.
Correct. But yeah, like this is a spy adventure movie.
Yeah.
It's Newt Scamander, the hero that's been in all three movies, is summoned by Dumbledore. He brings this mysterious new guy who is named Theseus, and we were both looking at him like, who is this fella?
Right, who are you?
And then he just casually says, this is my brother Theseus, and just like, where's he been?
Shout out to the cast of Sabrina.
So, like, and it's just
Has
like,
he been working in that bar, making gruel?
Well, not Dumbledore's brother, like Newt's brother, Theseus.
Oh no! Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
And so, like, because in the first two movies, there's no mention of him. Like, you watched him.
Well, you know what? They did mention him towards the middle-ish, end-ish something part. Because I remember looking up and I was like, who the hell is that? And when I saw him, I was like, oh, it was really brief. When he was chasing after him and Zoe Kravitz in the second one.
Okay.
Zoe Kravitz, they were running and their books flew everywhere. And she put him in a chair and kind of spun him out in the hallway.
Ah, okay.
That was about it.
Okay.
that I saw. And I mean, I was working too, but I was just like, okay. But now he's very
there.
Yeah.
He's there.
Because he was betrothed to Zoe Kravitz. They were going to get married.
That's right. Okay. I didn't rewatch them. It's been a minute.
I had to. I would have been looking blank.
Another one they threw me for a loop was Karma, the black guy.
Okay. With the part?
Yes, with the speakeasy part. With the bootleg liquor bar part.
Yeah.
All right, so he's introduced in this movie as Leta Lestrange's brother. For those of you who have not watched the Fantastic Beasts films, You know who Lestrange is. You know who Bellatrix Lestrange is. Uh, so shout out to her. I forget her name at the moment.
I do too.
Love her though. Love her though. Love her. It'll come to me before this is over.
He was introduced in the second. Yep, I watched it today.
He was okay. Well, so
Zoe told the whole story.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of interesting thing to like see how the Lestranges went from where they were to Bellatrix.
So, like, what has happened here?
So there must have been a lot of bad shit happening to that family. But anyway,
his character kind of confused me in the movie, though.
It was, and here's the thing: they don't. The best way I could put this is it's a Dumbledore scheme.
Yeah.
Like from the books, his schemes, like
heavy,
very heavy, very complicated, but also very kind of simple. And here in this one is like they said to you in the beginning when they were in the train. Remember, the Newt's assistant said this when he handed her that piece of paper. He's like, "This is for your eyes only. Only you can read it." And she took his case from him with all his creatures in it and told him nobody can know everything, Newt, not even you.
Right. And I was like,
and then so
where are you taking the babies?
Basically, right? And basically everybody in this group was sent on a different mission.
Yeah.
And they continued to fail.
Yeah.
And when it came back to meeting Dumbledore, he was like, no, that was according to the plan, kind of, sort of.
And it's like, what? Wait.
And the whole thing was because Grindelwald can see the future a little bit. And so the only way to confuse him is to have no plan, but also plans on top of plans.
The layers to it. A lot of moving parts.
There you go. And so it didn't make sense
at first.
Yeah. Until the end.
Yeah. And everything kind of folds together like cards.
And everything folds together. Correct. And it was like,
But can we talk about he laid that boy in that puddle?
Listen. Listen. Credence. Mr. Clearwater Revival. Mr. Longlocks.
The Flash.
The Flash. Ezra Miller. Here's the thing. This boy was the possessor of ancient, powerful magic. And Grindelwald had brainwashed him to go after Dumbledore. This man followed Dumbledore in a city full of Muggle people. Dumbledore knew this man was following him.
Yeah,
he stopped in front of a TV shop, started looking at the glass, made a snowflake that just fell, breathed it in, spit it out, it hit the window, went through a portal, hit old buddy in the face, and teleported them to another world. He didn't know.
He like this. Where am I?
He didn't know until the fight was over. He thought they were still just about to tussle. He started throwing everything he could at this man. Dumbledore just like, ha, I'm over here.
Right.
Teleport.
It was embarrassing.
And he was swatting everything away. It was like, boy, stop. Stop it.
Just please.
Just stop it.
And I think he was counting on his anger being self-destructive and him just dying.
Yes, he was counting on his destructive magic like them to fight to the death. And when he got uplifted and laid in a dirty puddle.
A puddle of water.
A dirty, filthy puddle in early 1900s Great Britain.
Right.
Like gently laid in this puddle. He touched his chest, woke him up, brought him back to the real world. He woke up and everybody was looking at this man like he was homeless.
Right, like he had fell out.
Like he had just had an episode.
And then he helped him up.
And then he helped him up. Come on. Said, look, I know what you're going through, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Go
right.
Go
like, all right then, buddy.
Have a good one. And left him there.
I would have died. I would have been like this.
I'd have been so embarrassed to get my ass whooped, laid in a puddle, and then told, now, go and think about what you did.
Right.
And leave me alone.
And it's like this. And that boy thought he was finna do something.
He thought he was ready.
He was not.
He thought he was ready.
It was like one of us fighting him. Like, it was embarrassing. Like, come on, you threw buildings at that man, and it did
threw
nothing.
whole buildings and evil smoke. Just nothing. And all he did was teleport and just wave his hands.
Right.
Just goodness. But anyway.
I mean, I'm curious to know more about this Dumbledore sister.
They go into that in the books. And he basically said the whole story there.
Okay. The
whole story there. They got into an argument and they don't know whose spell killed her.
Okay.
So, and then like she was like Credence. She was sick. She was dying. The Phoenix was coming to them because it always comes to a Dumbledore.
Let me just put this in. I'm a witch, okay? And I'm like excited because I'm a witch, okay? And then only to find out that I'm sickly. Like, that would fucking suck. Like, how you a sickly witch? They don't have no herbs. Ancient something? Come on. You gotta be sickly.
There's always something. And then like the thing was she couldn't use her magic like he could.
Yeah.
So like, and the Phoenix was coming for her, and she just was coming down the stairs, like he said, and they don't know whose spell killed her. And that's why he and Aberforth, his brother, don't get along to the day they grow old and die.
Wow. How old do they live to be?
Hundreds.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So like, and here's the thing. The Harry Potter with Harry, Ron, and Hermione takes place in the 90s. This takes place in the 40s?
Yeah.
50s, maybe?
Yeah. By their dress, it looks like that.
So whatever happened in 30 years to age them boys up
is interesting. They stressed out.
Like, we know Voldemort and Grindelwald are active in that time span. So whatever kind of shit they were going through, boy. But anyway.
They was not living right.
No. So
can we talk about the prison with the giant crawfish?
Let's talk about Wizard Guantanamo. Look, if you've read the books or seen the movies, I thought Azkaban was bad.
Right. We were wrong in this assumption.
Azkaban is a daycare. Okay? Look.
You live in lavish.
Look, Azkaban, the loophole is if you go there sad, they can't touch you.
This shit.
The warden is an old man, and he is the only person. He'll let you just go. He'll let you go in there. And he falls asleep whenever. And
he eats grub worms.
He eats grub worms.
It just made my stomach sick.
He's human, though.
Is he?
He was human featuring.
Looking.
Human looking. I called it a red devil, scorpion, goblin monkey.
And I called it a crawfish scorpion.
Because it looks like if you took a spider monkey.
In the original little cute kind of form.
Yes. Like the one Ace Ventura had, shrunk it down to about 8 inches.
Yeah.
You gave it the body of a crawfish.
Yeah.
The tail of a scorpion.
It's definitely a tail of a scorpion.
And then
it has these big, weird eyes.
Two big weird eyes. Yeah. 2 arm tentacles.
That look like crawfish, like.
Yes. 2 arm tentacles that have little tentacles inside their little claws.
That's the second form. The original form didn't have that. Remember, it just had the tail and it kind of was sitting down.
Yeah.
And then when he looked again, it was like, wait, where'd those tentacles come from?
Yes. And here's the thing. Like, this is where the German Ministry of Magic takes its prisoners. And it just ties them up and leaves them in a room and gives them a lamp with a grubworm light. When that grubworm light goes out,
there's a ginormous.
There's a big version that comes
of the scorpion crawfish
that stabs you with its tail, pulls you down, does something,
and cover you in its ooey gooey.
covers you in its stomach slime or whatever, or its spit, it just gnaws on you with its gums, whatever happens. Yep. And then throws you back up there to where the little ones eat
Cover
your
you.
remains.
Were they teenage ones? Because it seemed like the little ones were babies, and that big one was, I guess, the mom.
The mom, we didn't see any other sized ones.
I didn't know if this was in the book.
No.
Okay.
See, these aren't based on the books.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought maybe they had given a description. Those things were quite interesting.
Yeah, those things were violent
and predatory. Okay, they were very scary. And when your little grubworm light goes out, which it doesn't give you like a time frame, some of those look like they had been going for a while, and then the one that he had was going out soon.
Right, it looks like you just get the luck of the draw. Like it's just like your grubworm is just like, all right, I'm tired of lighting up right now, so I'll see you in the afterlife, partner.
Yep.
And then the big one just comes, it's like katrow. And it also spits acid lava.
Yeah.
So
I think that came out the tail though. Its mouth was quite slimmy, and I think that's where the green slime stuff is. But the tail is spitting some type of acid lava situation. How's that bitch not burnt down?
Because I guess it's just rock. But yeah.
And remember, the tail was sentient once it was detached.
Yeah, it got cut off, and it realized, all right, oh, shit, let me go on back mosey down to this water, and went somewhere.
Don't nobody care where that went? Because I would. I'd be like, where is that going? Like, go, hello. But, and that reminded me of the Stranger Things. That opened and it had the little tentacles in it.
Yes. Oh man, but yeah, it is. There was a lot of new stuff in this movie. But yeah, like just it was everywhere, but then it wasn't confusing.
Right. So not towards the end.
No, it wasn't a mess. I'll say that. No. It was not a mess.
And it was entertaining.
It was very much entertaining. Like the new magic that they show off, like, oh man.
The new witch.
When Jessica Williams turned that boy into a mural.
That's humiliating. And he was beating on the thing.
And when they got captured and he was still locked up.
I was like, oh, she turned him into a painting. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
Right? It's like, oh man.
Good to have you back, Queenie.
Right. Oh yes. Queenie, I'm so glad you turned yourself around, because that second movie had me upset.
Me too.
When you were screaming at him to join you, I was like, please join her. Like I was like Queenie, stop it, come back. Like to see her turn it around, like, oh my goodness. But oh man.
Queenie is good on the inside.
Yeah, very much so. And then the new little magical creature, the little lizard goat, the dragon sheep.
Yeah, whatever. It's cute.
The chameleon llama.
It's a lot of things.
It's a lot of things. When you see it, you be like.
So, okay. Are they just really like rare in the wild and that was the last one?
I think the way they describe this creature is called a chillin'.
We were like, where the kid? Oh, no. That's not what we're talking about?
If you're from the South, you know what that means.
Okay. Chilling. Where the chilling at?
Where the chilling at. Yeah, you go wrangle up them chilling. And so, you know.
It kind of looks like a deer.
It looks like a deer with a little bit of giraffe.
And a little dragon.
But the scales of a dragon.
Yeah. And those string things.
Yeah, and it has two Fu Manchu long beards.
That reminds me, was that the Chinese dragon?
Shenlong dragon, yes. And it has like a beak
situation.
A little bit. And here's the thing: in the magical world, they said this is the rarest creature in the magical world because it can see your soul. It can see if you're a good person or a bad person, to put it simply. If it bows to you, it means you're pure of heart. And Lally, the way she said, but that will never happen because nobody's pure of heart, no matter how much of a good person they try to be. And so, and it was like, okay. And so that's what the plot of the whole movie essentially centered around, because it started with Newt going to the birth of one of these.
And then, the dad.
Right. And so, and then the mother gave birth to a little pill and it hatched. And then the evil witches and cretins came, chased them, killed the mother outright, chased them into the forest. They fell off a cliff. The little baby fell in there with them. Newt was knocked out. They took the baby and went back to Grindelwald. Newt came back up there to the mother who was dying. Turns out she had a twin. Yeah. She gave birth to a second baby. Yeah. So
it was very upsetting.
So the whole plot was Grindelwald was going to use this thing to make it appear that he's pure of heart, so he can lead the wizarding world and start war with the Muggles. And the whole thing was about trying to keep the other baby away from the ceremony where this was going to take place, because Grindelwald had killed. Grindelwald had killed the baby that he had taken, and then revived it using dark magic,
which really is actual representation of the balance between good and evil.
Yes, and then its thing was basically a zombie, just dead and walking, and they used it at the ceremony, and it bowed at Grindelwald, and we know that's not right
because he is mean and evil.
And everybody was like, "Yeah, Grindelwald gonna lead us," and then they came up there with the other baby and put that shit to rest. And so it was
the other baby tried to talk.
The other baby tried to talk to its sister, and Newt was like, "She can't hear you, little one."
Oh my god!
It was like, wait a minute, bro. Like, what is this? Like,
that's so sad.
Like, baby, where she is, she can hear you far away, but she can't hear you right there.
Oh, so sad. Oh,
and then it went and looked at it, and the camera went and looked at the dead one, and it was like, there we go, and it was just walking around in a circle, and it was just like, this was like sad.
Yeah, it was really sad.
And so it was like, man, but hold on, everybody.
Oh, Bros, just hold it.
All right, so I was gonna hold it, but anyway, so yeah, it was definitely a good little movie.
It was.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah. Now, like, if they leave it there, it's gonna leave a lot of shit unanswered.
Yeah, so, a lot. But hopefully they'll make another one. Please bring Johnny Depp. Please.
Yeah, and so yeah, but yeah, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. Yeah. So, but yeah.
If you're a fan of the Fantastic Beasts, and watch your arm.
I got it.
If you're a fan of the Fantastic Beasts and the Harry Potter, go see it.
Yeah, and so yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah,
it was a good movie. We enjoyed it, and so from the LessThanStealthyNinjas, myself, Cosmic Boss, and Erana Mist, we will see you in the next one.
Oh, and the next one is Doctor Strange. Yes,
Doctor Strange, unless we go see Sonic 2, which may not happen, but we'll let you. Well, you'll know if we do it.
Right.
But most likely it'll be Doctor Strange, which is going to be epic.
Amazing. And we should have a special guest maybe with us.
Maybe so.
We're going to try to go as a tribe. Yeah. We'll see if it works out.
Because Marvel has put the clamp on this one and said the previews or the critics can't even post reviews until the day the movie comes out.
That's exciting.
So this shit gonna be epic.
Yeah, we're ready.
We are ready. So be on the lookout for that one.
Yes.
Can't wait for Doctor Strange.
And it's gonna have spoilers.
Yes, it's gonna be spoiler filled. Yep. So we gonna talk about everything. Everything. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Which also it should have the Thor trailer in there because the Thor movie comes out in like 2-3 months.
True.
So
and be on the lookout. We will be at Texas Frightmare at the end of the month.
Yes.
We will be experiencing that, and we're going to do a Car Chronicles. We might do a review while we're there as well as afterwards. Mm-hmm. Just depends on how everything is, because if it's too crowded, y'all can't hear us.
Right. So. Right. And it was crowded the last time we went. Really so yeah, so we'll see y'all soon. Hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, please give us a like and a follow. Check us out on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok at LessThanStealthyNinjas, all one word. And so from Scooter Ray, myself, Cosmic Boss, and Erana Mist, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Y'all have a good one.